for decades together, the Ram Mandir struggle had only one goal, which is to build a temple dedicated to Ram Lalla at his birthplace in Ayodhya. And after years of legal battle and public campaigns, that dream finally came through in 2024, when the doors of the Ram Mandir were opened to the devotees. We all remember that moment. And for millions of people, it was a deeply emotional and historic moment. But what happens when that faith and that trust are broken? Because there are allegations of chori or theft in the offerings that were made to the Ram Mandir. And this raises some very serious questions, leaving many devotees shocked and concerned. Let's get you breaking updates now. Sources have told Times Now that the role of two bank employees has come to light in Ram Mandir donation theft case. The police investigations have revealed that the two employees were present and they were on behalf of the bank to oversee the counting process. So the entire scheme was being orchestrated with their collusion. The police have also obtained concrete evidence against both the individuals. The SIT preliminary investigation also pointed towards the involvement of these bank employees. The police are also set to take strict action against them very soon. My colleague Mohit Bhatt is joining us on the broadcast with the details. And Mohit, Ram Mandir was the dream of many, of lakhs and crores of devotees that finally came true. And now this is one of the biggest controversies to hit Ram Mandir, of the embezzlement of funds. And now we are told that even the bank officials who were in charge or were there to oversee this cash transactions were actually involved in this. Tell us, what is it that the police officials have found about their involvement in the case?
Well, Pratibha, 8 people have been already arrested by the police in this particular case, and yesterday we saw that at all the 8 locations police went and police met the family members of all these accused. They raided these places, and what we know is that certain documents have been received which are very important for the case from the residences of all these people. Now, what we are being told by the sources is that 2 bank employees, their role is under the scanner. Now, the donation process is being overseen by the bank employees, and these are the bank employees from the State Bank of India, and it's a very discreet process. It is a very sensitive process that takes place when the donation is being taken out from the boxes. It is being counted in front of CCTV, and bank officials are also there. So the sources within the police say that they believe that there was this collusion from the bank officials also with all these people, because all these 8 people could not have done this by their own. You need to have somebody from the bank to have certain changes in the donation amount money, and perhaps their role as of now is under scanner. So 8 people have been arrested, Pratibha, as we have been reporting. But there could be more people who are behind this, and they could also be arrested by the SIT, because the investigation is an ongoing process. Now, today is also an important day. Today, after the 3-day judicial custody of all these 8 accused have ended, they will be produced in court today. So we have to wait and watch whether the police will go for the police custody, or then again they will be sent to the judicial custody. Because if they get the police custody, then police will interrogate them that what exactly was the role of the other employees. Police might also take them to their houses or various places, or to the bank, or to the Ram Mandir trust office to recreate the crime scene. So today is an important day in the investigation when it comes to the Ram Mandir fund siphoning case. But yes, as we have been telling our viewers, that these 8 people have been arrested, but there could be role of more people in this, because it's a scam of a larger magnitude. Not just the money, but there are allegations that the jewelry which was being offered to the DT by various bhakts, that also is under the scanner, that whether that has gone really to the trust, or there has been a certain siphoning off or certain scam in that also. And hence the ambit of investigation is expanding, and more and more things are coming out, and 2 more bank employees, what we are being told, are under the scanner of the police and the SIT. Back to you.
Okay, all right. So today the petition is also going to come up in the Supreme Court, and like you mentioned, a lot of money, a lot of jewelry has also been recovered by the police officials as of now. In fact, there's also a lot of politics that is playing out over the same. The investigation sparking a fresh political war of words, with Akhilesh Yadav saying that for the BJP, it's donation first, not nation first. Now, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has also hit back and has urged those who fired bullets at car sevaks not to lecture the BJP.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के शब्दकोश में न धर्म है न शर्म है। इनके लिए प्राथमिकता धर्म नहीं धन है। इनकी चतुराई है, चालबाजी है और सीसीटीवी फुटेज है कि कितनी बार सीसीटीवी बंद किया गया है, कितनी बार वो आंकड़े सामने आपके आए हैं।
आज जब राम भक्तों के परिश्रम और पुरुषार्थ से प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में अयोध्या अब त्रेता युग का स्मरण करा रही है, तो आपके मुंह में भी पानी आने लग गया है।
And then there were also allegations that the big fish are being protected. Now, while the FIR has not mentioned any of the senior members of the trust yet, top sources have also told Times Now that the chief of the trust, Champat Rai, did not resign on his own. He was actually shown the door. Let's tell you what we know so far about this. We are told that Champat Rai actually did not want to submit his resignation. This even as the investigations were going on, even as some of his close aides were also mentioned in the FIR as some of the accused also being arrested. But he did not want to resign. He was reluctant to step down. And finally, it was an intervention by the RSS as well as the centre that ensured that he submitted his resignation or stepped down from his position, because a message was very clearly given to him: either resign or you will be removed. In fact, the centre will also be restructuring the Ram Mandir Trust in its entirety. That's what we've been told. But today also happens to be a very important day, because later today, the Supreme Court is all set to hear a petition seeking a proper investigation into this entire case. Let's get you the details of what the petition actually says and the demands that have been made in this petition that has been given to the Supreme Court. Today, in fact, the Supreme Court will be taking up the issue. So the demand is to have a fair and time-bound probe into the entire donation theft, and that the probe should be conducted by an SIT led by the CBI. So there is a demand for a CBI probe, and that the financial affairs of the entire Ram Mandir Trust must be probed by the officials. Apart from that, the petition also seeks supervisory and audit mechanisms for the trust as well. Let's go across to legal editor Harish Nair joining us on the broadcast with the details. And Harish, today is a very, very important day in the Supreme Court, a petition in the top court regarding the Ram Mandir theft. What are the details of the petition? When is it going to come up in the top court?
Yes, Pratibha, good morning. I would like to make it clear to the viewers that, in fact, this matter is not listed per se for hearing, but the petitioners have sought an urgent hearing for this petition. So today it will be mentioned seeking an early listing of this case. So today what we will know is whether this case will be will get an early hearing like tomorrow or very soon this week. So Supreme Court vacation bench of Justices M.M. Sundaresh and Sheel Nagu will hear mentioning by Advocates Ajay Kumar Rai and Dinesh Kumar Yadav seeking an early listing of their petition seeking time-bound probe by a CBI-led multidisciplinary SIT, which they say should be constituted by the Supreme Court itself. They also sought directions for preservation and production of CCTV footage, EBR recordings, digital payment logs, and transaction records related to donations and offerings received at the temple. They say all this should be preserved till a CBI-led SIT takes over the probe. They have said that the Yogi government or the UP police cannot be trusted with a free, fair, transparent probe. Petition also goes on to say whether or not the reports regarding missing funds and other alleged irregularities concerning are ultimately found to be true or not. Such reports have caused deep concern and pain among the generations that struggled for the restoration of the glory of Ayodhya. Generations have fought to restore the glory of Ayodhya. It's not a simple matter. It has pan-India ramifications affecting sentiments of millions of Ram Bhakts. So today at around 10:40, we will get to know whether this petition, this all-important petition, will get an urgent listing or not.
Okay, all right. Harish, thank you for joining us with all those details. The issue could come up in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court will decide on when it will be hearing the matter. That's what Harish is telling us. But let's also get you the politics around it, because the politics continues unabated. Now, the Congress party has hit out and it has taken an attack saying Mahmood of Ghazni also would loot temples. This is Congress's Rashid Alvi after BK Hariprasad making their statements saying that Mahmood of Ghazni would loot temples, and now it is that analogy being used by the Congress party, saying there's no difference between the Chanda Chors and Ghazni.
ये तो चोरी है, डकैती है, ये तो करोड़ों लोगों की आस्था के साथ खिलवाड़ है। सिर्फ इंक्वायरी नहीं होनी चाहिए, बल्कि हाई कोर्ट या सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जज को इन्वेस्टिगेशन करना चाहिए और इन सब लोगों को जेल भेजना चाहिए। मैं पूछना चाहता हूं, महमूद गजनवी में और इन लोगों में क्या फर्क है? उसने भी मंदिर लूटा था, इन्होंने भी मंदिर लूटा है। उसकी मंदिर से कोई आस्था नहीं थी, इनकी तो मंदिरों से आस्था है। इसके बावजूद लूट मचा रखी है। सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए, सजा मिलनी चाहिए।
My colleague Mohit Bhatt continues to stay live with us. And Mohit, often during the elections especially, we've heard the BJP also hurling the anti-Hindu jibe at multiple parties, including the Congress party. But now the Congress party has hit back, and it's a big attack, bringing in an analogy of Mahmood of Ghazni.
Well, yes, in fact, it's a very strong attack. But Pratibha, these attacks are bound to happen. Now, Ram Mandir is the center of faith of crores of Hindu. It has been a center of faith for hundreds of years. But then the Grand Temple was being constructed over here in Ayodhya. The trust was being formed, and such news that have come out that has clearly given ammunition to the opposition parties to attack the trust and the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now, what the Congress party says, and they compare this to Ghaznavis, the Mughals, the Gauris, saying that these are also the looters of the temple. So very strong attack coming in from the Congress party. We have to wait and watch what exactly will the Bharatiya Janata Party have to say on this. But Pratibha, on this, a reaction has come from Vishwa Hindu Parishad. I would just like to read. Vijay Shankar Tiwari, who is the spokesperson, national spokesperson of the VHP, has clearly stated that the Mughals looted nation's treasury, the British did, the government of India formed, yet the patriotism of countries, people never wavered. The people of country never said in the rule of these corrupt, thriving politicians that we and our children will not join the army or we will not pay the tax. So clearly we see that the face saver has come from the VHP, saying that this has been happening for a long time, but people have faith in the system, people have faith in Lord Ram. So clearly this is a very strong attack coming in, Pratibha, because this has given ammunition to the opposition parties to attack the BJP, to attack the Sangh Parivar, given the fact that this all has happened within the trust from the close aid of the people who are sitting at the top position from the trust. So we have to wait and watch what exactly would be the BJP's response on this. But yes, politics is speaking. We have seen Akhilesh Yadav to Congress party, to TMC, to other opposition parties attacking the BJP over what has happened. Now the SIT has been formed. 8 people have been arrested. We have to wait and watch who all will come under the ambit of the investigation, because the opposition parties also are saying, Pratibha, that these are the small fishes that had and their arrest is mere eyewash. People sitting at the top should also be investigated by the SIT. Back to you.
Yes, there is a huge political fallout of this as well. And the Chief Minister, of course, continues to assure that strict action will be taken. Mohit, do stay with us, because for the very first time since the theft issue came to light, an insider from the Ram Mandir, Mahant Dinendra Das, who is a member of the Ram Mandir Trust, has spoken to Times Now, where he says that while the government has taken thorough action, he is also demanding death sentence for those involved. इतने सारे लैप्सेस हुए कैसे? और बताया जा रहा है, एसआईटी रिपोर्ट में ये कहा गया है कि 2-3 साल से ये जो साइफनिंग ऑफ फंड्स हैं, ये 2-3 साल से चल रहा है।
जिससे हमको पूरी बात बताते छोड़ो, हम वहाँ रामलला के यहाँ दर्शन करते हैं, चले आते हैं। हम भी थोड़ा मैं कौन चोर है कौन ईमानदार है, हमारे लिए सब ठीक है ना, हम तो रामलला को विश्वास, रामलला जो निर्णय देंगे सही करेंगे।
अच्छा, तो आपको लगता है कि जो एक्शन लिया गया है वो काफी है अब तक जो भी एक्शन लिया है?
ये तो हमारे उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री जो निर्णय दिए बहुत उचित काम किए, और पैसा भी कुछ देना शुरू कर दिया, जेल में भी पहुंच गए, वो सब कोर्ट से पहुंच गया है ना, और निर्णय बहुत सही हो जाएगा।
ओके, महन जी, आपको क्या लगता है कि क्या एक्शन लेना चाहिए? जो गिल्टी हैं इस केस में, उनके अगेंस्ट क्या एक्शन लेना चाहिए?
जिम्मेदार रामलला ने अपने आप निर्णय दे देंगे ना, वो अपने आप फांसी में पहुंच जाएगा वो।
Okay, all right. Mahant Dhinendra Das ji, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. We have breaking updates now coming in. The Ram Temple Trust will crack down on recommendation-based appointments. In a major administrative move after the alleged donation theft case, the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust has decided to remove all employees who were appointed on the recommendations instead of through the prescribed recruitment process. In fact, sources say the trust is reviewing all such appointments and is likely to initiate action against those who have found to have been recruited without following the procedure. So these are the details that have come in. Remember, among the accused as well, there are some who are related to the other. The brother-in-law of one accused is the other accused. My colleague Mohit continues to stay live with us. And Mohit, there have been very clearly multiple lapses, and just the list of the accused who have been named also shows very clearly how there was favoritism in these appointments. Now an administrative crackdown, but questions will continue to be raised on why this was even allowed in the first place. Take us through what the Ram Temple Trust has now decided.
Well, yes, this is what we are breaking first on Times Now, that the sources within the trust say that there will be a whole administrative overhaul of the recruitment process. Now, the trust is reviewing, according to the sources, all the appointments that have been made on recommendation basis instead of following the set protocol that was there, that you need to have some administrative experience, that you need to have something in your CV that you will be working with the trust. But that all norms were being flouted. We know for a fact that our Tinnu Yadav, who used to drive an auto rickshaw over here in Ayodhya, used his close proximity to Champat Rai to get into a position in the trust that he was supervising all the donation boxes. In fact, even people have come out, Pratibha, they have spoken to me, we have also broken that. Various Mahants have said that Tinnu Yadav was the one, if some devotee had to offer some offering like silver bricks or the gold necklace to Ram Lalla, he was the one who used to take them, and he did not used to give them the receipt. So that is the question, and that is why this particular decision of trust is very important, that all those who have been appointed on recommendation basis, their appointments will be reviewed and strict action would be taken against all those who are found to be working over there without any administrative work experience, just on recommendation. If you are working in a trust, now the whip is being cracked by the trust. But the question over here is, Pratibha, is it too late and too little, given the fact the siphoning has taken place and it has brought embarrassment on the trust? People are raising questions on the trust, and the faith of people is somewhere shattered by such decisions that have been taken, such a scam that has come out, and now the trust is reviewing all the appointments that have been made on recommendation basis, rather than being appointing somebody on his work experience, his resume, his administrative work capabilities. And as we were discussing about Tinnu Yadav, and as you were also saying, the family member of one employee was given a job, and that was such an important job. You need to have certain administrative experience. What administrative experience did Tinnu Yadav have to give him the donation boxes keys, and also how exactly and in what capacity he was supervising the whole donation process? Because he was a close aide of Champat Rai, that's why he was given such a responsibility, and now the trust is reviewing all such appointments which are being made on the recommendation basis. Back to you.
Okay, all right. Mohit, thank you for joining us with all those details. We will come back to you through the day for those updates. Today, of course, the Faizabad Bar Association will also be deciding on whether the lawyers will actually represent the accused or not.